Now, 13 WMAZ Sports with Connor Hines.
Well, coming into this Orange Bowl with Florida State having nearly all of its starters opt out and Georgia having none, you could say the pressure was on the Georgia Bulldogs to win big. As a 21-point favorite, let me just tell you, that pressure was nowhere to be found. Georgia cruising its way to a 63-3 win in this Orange Bowl over Florida State, which is good for the largest margin of victory in a bowl game ever. And it came early and often for the Georgia Bulldogs, establishing things early on the ground. What a second half of the year Kendall Milton has had. And that continued here tonight. An early rushing TD from 15 yards out put the Dogs up early, and he then followed it up with a 43-yard run to end the first quarter that turned into another Milton score. That two-headed monster in the backfield paying dividends for the Dogs. Dejan Edwards getting in on the fun to make it 21-0, and so did Ladd McConkey. A lateral pass from Carson Beck, Ladd being Ladd, taking care of the rest. Nobody catching that, man. The Dogs capitalized on a turnover and made it back-to-back scores 20 seconds apart. Georgia took a 39-point lead into the half. That is an all-time Orange Bowl record. Milton, your Orange Bowl MVP with 104 yards and 2 scores. Kirby Smart gets to throw oranges one more time. And oh yeah, don't forget it. This game mattered just like the rest of them.
First, why did the game matter? Because we're playing a game. And as long as winning matters, we're going to compete like hell at Georgia, and it doesn't matter what it is. There's a culture on our place of work ethic that the job's not done. I think a lot of coaches relax at the end of the year, and they kind of just, you know, they say, well, this game doesn't matter, or this game is not important, and there's nothing that's not going to be important at our place.
And with such a big margin of victory, this roster is deep, and that was on display. Many Dogs that we will see in 2024 had pretty big nights tonight against the number 5 ranked Noles. Not too shabby from Carson Beck in one half. 13 of 18 for 203 yards and 2 scores. Dylan Bell with 5 big catches for 86 yards. CJ Allen, a team leading 6 tackles and 1.5 tackles for loss. Michael Williams, have yourself a night. A forced fumble recovery, sack, and 1.5 tackles for loss, and that's not even seen on your screen. A trio of touchdowns from Anthony Evans, Arian Smith, and Lucky Lawson. Now, meanwhile, relevant for us back in Central Georgia, with the season now over, it is decision time for 2 of the finest to ever do it in the 4-7-8, namely Bleckley County's Amarius Mims and Baldwin High School's Javon Bullard. They both have eligibility. They both are able to come back next season. Check this out on a recent Instagram post from Bullard. Nothing special about the caption, but take a closer look, and you've got Kamari Lassiter commenting, "There, we running this thing back?" And then Bullard responds, "I will if you will." Now, who knows if that was about playing in the Orange Bowl tonight or playing in 2024. Either way, it was so clear to see how much these two enjoyed soaking up another win tonight, with Javon climbing into the student section to celebrate. It was all fun for the Dogs. Here's what our local boys had to say when I asked them about their next step.
Man, only God knows right now, man. Only God knows. Right now, I'm just going to suck all this in, man, and just enjoy this night with my brothers.
To be able to do this one last time with the guys who did play their last game tonight, what does that mean?
It's huge, man. It's huge, man. I love all those guys, man. That senior class, the winningest class in senior history, man, it's huge, man. I'm so grateful to be able to share the field with those guys, man.
I mean, I'm just glad I got to be a part of it. Amazing group, amazing coaching staff. That's an amazing university. Really, I got to decide about tomorrow, tonight, so it's just I got a lot of talking to do.
What a historic night for the Georgia Bulldogs, and what a way to cap off the 2023 season. Mind you, they did all of this without tight end Brock Bowers, who sat out this bowl game due to an ankle injury. The Dogs might have been Bowersless, but they were not powerless here tonight. That does it for now in sports. We'll have much more coming up tomorrow night. Stick around. We're back after this.